Hi, everybody. This is Dr. Samantha Sweeney, and this is Just for Fun Friday, your weekly dose of how to infuse diversity into your life and the life of your kids. I love this week's item. It's one of my favorite items in a long time. And of course, it's a book because I'm a book nerd. I mean, I'll own it. And the book is called Grace for President. I'm going to tell you more about it. So this book was recommended to me. Well, I guess it was given to me, to my kids actually, by my mom. So thanks, Mom. My mom picks out the best books. She's a former educator. So she picks out the best books in the world. And this is one of our very, very favorites. We read it all the time. So Amazon recommends this book from ages 5 to 9. And you know what? I think that's total crap. My 3-year-old loves this book. Sometimes I think, we assume that younger kids just can't handle certain books, but they can't handle them because we don't read them to them. So ignore this whole 5 to 9 thing. It's ridiculous. Go younger. And if they walk away during the middle of the book, fine. That's totally acceptable. And then as they, read it again, as they get older and older, they'll be able to handle more of it. I mean, I don't know, five seems ridiculous. You can totally introduce it earlier. But the themes are a little bit older, and they'll probably start to understand them in a new, in a more nuanced way as they get older. But that doesn't mean you can't read it to a younger child. So read it to your 3-year-old. So anyway, so what the book is about. So the book is about a little girl named Grace who in her class, and I guess her classroom at school, her teacher rolls out this picture of all the different presidents. And she's like, where are the girls? Which is a legit question. And she decides that she wants to run for president. And as the story goes on, it talks about how elections happen and who she's running against. She runs against another boy in a different class, and he is a white male. And it talks about, what she does, what he does, how they go about, trying to become elected. And it's a really cool story. And the thing that I really like about this story is it's not just what you find at face value. So as you're reading along in the book and you read about what Grace is doing to get elected, what this other boy is doing to get elected, and kind of how these things are kind of going along, we have the theme of race and gender that are definitely a part of this. So Grace, I don't think I mentioned, Grace is a Black girl, and the other boy that she's running against is a white boy. And it talks about kind of the things that he does and all of his accomplishments, which are really important and really great, but also what she does and the fact that she's working really hard to see that people kind of get what they want and get what they need as a part of the election, and who ends up becoming elected and why do they end up becoming elected. And so there's a lot of nuance here that as adults, as we're reading along, we can really understand kind of the historical context around that. But kids really won't understand it quite as much. But as they get older, there'll be a lot of conversations to be had. So I think it's really cool because not only does it explain, our electoral college and how that works, but then it intertwines this whole race and gender aspect of it that's, really really valid, to this day. So as I think, is a large topic of conversation and something that we already know. So it's nice that you can introduce this now as a children's book. So all of our Just for Fun items, we rate them on a scale of 0 to 5, and this is clearly a 5. I mean, it's just the way that it's written and the way that you can, little kids can just read it or listen to it and just like it and think it's a cool book. But then as older kids read it, they can really start to have more conversations about the nuance behind it. I think makes this absolutely a 5 because the conversation is just going to keep going on and on as the kids get older. So I really love it. So head on over to the website, www.culturallycompetentkids.com. You'll get a quick one-page guide of everything we just talked about today. So the age range, go younger. Don't stop it. Don't start at 5. Go way younger than that. So the age range, the different diversity themes, some questions and comments, because there will be questions and comments for this book, and also ways to continue the conversation. Again, tons of ways to continue the conversation, especially with this particular book. So make sure you go on over to the website and check it out, and I'll see you next week for another Just for Fun Friday. Hi, everybody. This is Dr. Samantha Sweeney from Culturally Competent Kids. I am so excited because it's finally August and I can tell you all about what I've been planning for the past few months. It is a giveaway because, believe it or not, even though it is blazing hot outside, and I don't know how it is where you all are, but here in DC, it is stinking hot outside, like face melting hot outside. But even though that's true, believe it or not, it's actually back to school time. Back to school is right just around the corner. Here in DC, it starts like mid to late August, and I know in a lot of places, it starts a lot earlier. So we're going to do a back to school giveaway because it's that time. So I'm excited to tell you all about it. So the actual giveaway itself, let me tell you what's included. So there's going to be a bunch of different school supplies. So you parents, you know exactly what I'm talking about, that list that you get at the beginning of the school year of all the different things that you need for the school year. A lot of those items are going to be included. There's going to be five diverse books. And the cool thing about this is that there are books that are not included on the list. So when you sign up for the newsletter, you get a list of all different diverse books. And these 5 books are not included on there. So they're all new ones that you get to experience new diversity stuff with your kids. And then there's also a $50 Amazon gift card. And all of that stuff is all wrapped up into a JanSport backpack, because I know you need a really good, strong, durable backpack in JanSport. You know, that's what I had when I was growing up, and they're really, really strong. So I'm really excited about that. So in order to enter, head on over to the website, www.culturallycompetentkids.com. If you're already here, make sure it's going to be down below here, right down below there, and it'll tell you all the information about how to sign up. So there are 2 ways to sign up. The first way is to be a subscriber to the newsletter, or confirm that you're already a subscriber if you already subscribe. And the second way is to share this. So whether it's Facebook or Twitter, however you do social media, or just emailing it to a friend, make sure that you share it, and that'll get you more entries to sign up. So I hope you head on over to the website. I wish you a lot of luck, and I'll see you next time.